Pray God heals what you can't. The wounds you've learned to walk around and the grief you tucked into the corners of your chest like unwanted letters that keep returning, no matter how many times you try to forget the address. I pray God whispers into the quiet parts of you where no one else has dared to sit. The places where even you stand at the door with hesitation, where your voice becomes a stranger and silence feels safer than truth. I pray God shows up even when you don't ask. Because I know how tired you are of being the strong person, healed, when really you just mastered the art of changing the subject. I pray God helps you talk about it more, not just in passing, not just when you're tipsy and the lights are low, but in broad daylight when your voice is steady and your hands are not shaking. I pray you get to say what you've held in for years without apologizing for making someone uncomfortable. I pray God meets you in the therapy chair, and the late night journal entry, the quiet ride home where the music isn't loud enough to drown out the memories. I pray you learn that being better doesn't mean being silent, and that healing is not forgetting. It's remembering without begging it to go away. I pray God forgives the version of you that didn't know better, the one that stayed too long and didn't fight back, the one that blamed themselves for things they never asked for, the one that loved with hands wide open and got nothing but shards in return. I pray God teaches you softness again, that your body becomes a place you don't flinch in, and you realize you're allowed to take up space without shrinking into someone else's comfort. I pray God lets you rest, not just sleep, but real rest. The kind where your shoulders finally drop and your heartbeat doesn't sprint every time someone says we need to talk, where love doesn't come with warning signs or walking on eggshells. I pray God brings you people who don't just listen but hear, who don't just sit next to you but hold space like an altar sacred. I pray someone looks you in the eyes and says, "Me too," and suddenly you don't feel like a universe breaking alone. I pray God reminds you you never had to do it alone, that your softness is a revolution and your tears are not weakness, your story is not shame. I pray God heals what you cannot. I pray God helps you say it, all of it. And I pray one day you believe that you deserve to be whole even now. I pray God heals what you can't. I pray He reaches where your hands tremble to go. I pray He helps you speak. I pray God gives you language, not just the words, but the courage to actually mean